We're here with Steven Tukowski here from Wuchang Fallen Feathers, and we're going to talk about this game. Now, I had a chance to play it. I wasn't very good. It's a Soulslike game set in the late Ming Dynasty, and it's got a femme protagonist, which I found really, really interesting and refreshing, quite honestly, as a default for a Soulslike game. Tell me a little bit more about it and how this game came into development, because it's been here for like 5 years, you mentioned?
Correct. Well, first off, thanks for stopping by and playing the game. Yeah, we've been in development for around 5 years. Action RPG, Souls-like experience. If you play a lot of From Software or just any action RPG style game, it's your style of game. And we really wanted to get a really fun Bloodborne style experience. A lot of people are coming in here calling it the Chinese Bloodborne, and beautiful environments to traverse around, tough as nail bosses, and we just wanted to capture all of that for the fans and create a truly authentic experience.
So I died a good number of times playing this game. What can you say to the fans who are new to the kind of Souls-like experience genre that they might like about this game?
Well, first off, if you're new to the Souls-like experience, there's certain strategies and tactics that I would recommend. For instance, you have to level up your character. A lot of people, they go into these games, they don't know how to level up their character. We have a shrine. In these shrines, you want to gain XP around it, then level up your character. You go into the repository, which is essentially your skill nodes, level up there, and get the stats needed so you can survive. And then as you're surviving in these type of games, what you want to do is get to a boss, live as long as you can to try to understand their attack patterns. And once you memorize attack patterns, it's easier to go in there, play, get the muscle memory down, and make it a more overall enjoyable experience. So, there's a lot of different items in the game. Learn the items. A lot of people, they rush around, they're not spending the time to read. Once you learn everything, learn the attack patterns, while it's very difficult, it gets much, much easier with practice. And so definitely take these games seriously. These aren't button smashing games. These are games that take a lot of thought, practice in. You can't expect to just come in here and dominate it, but if you don't play them, you can learn them. And if you're brand new to the genre, just take it step by step and you'll be able to do it. There's no difficulty options in the game, but it's fine. Millions of people get through Souls-like experience that aren't veterans simply with determination and staying focused.
So you heard it from Steven. If your attention span is like that of TikTok, you need to do a little bit more to do well in this game. So you've got to pay attention to this game. It's not just jump in and hack and slash.
Exactly, and you nailed it right there. In Wuchang Fallen Feathers, enemies will do certain types of damage. For instance, you can have an enemy that is slash damage, or does blunt damage, or does a type of magical damage. And you're going to have many outfits to choose from in the game, and each of them provide specific resistances to specific types of damage. So if you have an enemy that's doing blunt damage, then you want to get armor that protects against blunt damage. And if you match those up properly, and you spend a little bit of time learning what damage is coming in, you'll significantly reduce the amount of damage you're taking, which makes the overall experience better. Just like with defense, for offense, certain enemies will take more damage from certain types of weapons. So you want to mix and match, figure out which weapons do the most damage to which enemies. I'm sure when the game launches, there'll be plenty of guides that say, on these enemies, use these weapons and these armor. And if you match that properly, the overall experience will be much easier. So while there's only one difficulty for the game, once you know the secret sauce to beating the game, it's a much more easier and pleasurable experience, as long as you're leveling up as well. A lot of people are intimidated by Souls-like games. You don't need to do. You just have to put in a little bit of time and effort, and you'll get it down.
One thing that struck me about the game when I first started playing is just how stunning it is. The fluidity of the movement, just how beautiful it looks. Tell me a little bit more about the game and the engine, and a little bit more about just the way, how we get to this beautiful image.
Yeah, so it's Unreal Engine 5, absolutely gorgeous. Every person practically who's walked in says how stunning the game looks. We wanted a very visually beautiful experience for every single player. So while you're traveling through Land of Shu, it's not just a generic experience. You know, even the characters, the dialogue of NPCs and the dialogue of enemies, it changes up. And so you might have one enemy that might look like other enemies, and usually you have, in these type of games, you know, copies of them, but they'll have unique dialogue at specific points of the game. So it's Leenzee is our developer, made an excellent choice to bring out this uniqueness to the aesthetics, to the biomes, to the environments, really making them visually distinct, really making the experience feel authentic, like you're actually traversing through this land. And it shows, and people are loving it.
It does show. It's stunning, it's attractive to someone like me who isn't a Souls-like player but is intrigued into the genre. And I think, again, seeing a femme character be the default for this, I just thought it was really interesting. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and tell me a little bit more about the game.
Thank you, of course. Thank you for having me.